So part 3, how do we develop a climate change action plan? Is a lovely quote. If you can't explain what you're doing as a process, you don't know what you're doing. So let's explain the process. So under Net Zero's guidance, you'll end up with the creation of a climate change action plan department and cross-department carbon reduction plan. So who is Net Zero Analysis and Design Corporation? We're an Energy Star partner. We are ISO 14001-2015 International Environmental Auditors. We are carbon offset project developers and renewable energy project developers. We're Entrex market members. We are 100% carbon neutral for 2019 and committed to net zero energy emissions by 2023. Our team has over 110 years of experience in various related fields. So let's talk about climate change action plan concepts. We're going to talk about carbon intensity auditing, carbon footprint calculation, and we're going to focus on overall carbon footprint first. Carbon neutrality plan execution, net zero emissions plan, which is the introduction to the supply chain, carbon offset project development, including fuel switching to renewable energy. So to develop a climate change action plan, we need cross-department carbon reduction plans. Okay. Part 1, you want to develop and implement a climate change action plan for carbon neutrality. And part 2, a climate change action plan for net zero emissions. So how to get to carbon neutral? The process starts with the company's executive management and board of directors creating the climate change action plan department. And after that, they commit to carbon neutrality and net zero emissions and fund the department and define its mission statement. They appoint the department head and announce its commitment on the company website, social media, press releases, and other marketing outlets to let everybody know, keep themselves accountable, and keep moving forward. The Climate Change Action Department is the internal champion for carbon neutrality and the functional change agent in the company. This pulls it all together. So their role is to champion the reasons the company wants to be carbon neutral and collect data and calculate the company's carbon footprint. And then they share that information in cross-functional working groups. They create cross-linked plans, removing all the guesswork and achieving 4 primary goals with a smaller internal budget. These goals are carbon footprint reduction, energy efficiency for high carbon fuels, water efficiency, which has a high carbon footprint, exploring possibilities of carbon offset project development. The development of the climate change action plan for the company with all of the departments and senior management, facilitating working groups across all departments and senior management, and inviting your supply chain to participate in your carbon neutrality planning. So a net zero emissions plan requires carbon neutral supply chain and requires their input and their participation. How can we cut our carbon intensity? This is the question. Reducing the carbon intensity of the energy that you use, improving operational energy efficiency, looking at the processes that you use and seeing if they are necessary as they stand or if they can be tweaked to make them far more efficient. And then reducing overall energy and water use. Implementing a carbon offset purchase plan as a last resort to offset the rest of your carbon use. So the carbon offset purchase, this process looks like this. First, you complete the Entrex Net Zero Analysis Letter of Intent to develop a climate change action plan, and you apply to the Entrex carbon market for membership. Then you purchase and retire carbon offset securities on the Entrex carbon market to meet the company's approved climate change action plan. So let's talk about the marketing aspect of this. First, you want to post your approved climate change action plan on the company's website. That way everybody can see it, everybody can see the work that you've done and what you are working toward. Issue press releases on your company's commitment, including your supply chain companies that are participating. And then Entrex, Net Zero, and your company will release a 3-way press release announcing your membership to the Entrex carbon market. We'll help you out with that a little bit. Let's talk about securitized offsets. The Entrex carbon market is the only regulated carbon commodity market in the U.S. It is unique. It's regulated by the SEC and FINRA. It's the first and only carbon neutral commodity exchange in North America, and they're committed to net zero emissions by 2025. So as Entrex market members, you'll be able to buy, sell, trade, and retire regulated carbon offset securities. And market member seats increase in value over time. Net Zero Analysis and Entrex Carbon Market have joined together to create a new program called the Assignment and Retirement Program. This allows carbon offset purchases of any size by businesses or individuals. Businesses who are Entrex market members can participate in this program. The offsets are the same verified regulated product. This program doesn't allow the trading of offsets, but it provides a way to immediately offset your own carbon footprint. To learn more about Entrex, click the link for the video.
Thanks for watching. Please like our video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Climate Action Plan, Carbon Neutrality. Net Zero Analysis is carbon neutral and pledges to be net zero emissions by 2030.